In section 6.5, we'll be talking about logarithmic properties. The product rule for logarithms. The product rule for logarithms can be used to simplify a logarithm of a product by rewriting it as a sum of individual logarithms. Here we have the log of base b of m times n, which can then equal the log of base b m plus the log of base b n for when the base is greater than 0. So this multiplication turns into two logarithms that we can add together because there's two terms that we're multiplying. Now in example 1, we want to be able to use the product rule for logarithms. So how do we go about that? Well, given the logarithm of a product, we're going to use the product rule of logarithms to write an equivalent sum of logarithms. Number 1, you first factor the argument completely, expressing each whole number factor as a product of primes. Number 2, then write the equivalent expression by summing the logarithms of each factor. And so for example number 1, we want to be able to use the product rule for logarithms. We want to expand the log of base 3 of 30x times the quantity 3x plus 4. So we begin by factoring the argument completely. So we're going to express the 30 as a product of primes. So 30 is now going to be expressed as 2 times 3 times 5, and that's times x, and then times the quantity 3x plus 4. So next what we want to do is we want to be able to write the equivalent equation by summing the logarithms of each factor. So the first factor is 2, so we're going to have the log of base 3, 2, plus the next factor is 3, so it's plus the log of base 3, 3. Plus we have the log of base 3 of 5, plus the log base 3 of x, and the last one is the log of base 3 of 3x plus 4.